guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. This is my attempt at my shell challenge. So on screen right now, you can see when I built this lovely shell, which I had posted on the channel a few days back, and asked you guys to turn into a build of some sort. You just couldn't move or delete any of my existing walls, and so this is what it looked like. It's kind of a disaster. I was terrified to give this a go. This was a wall inside I couldn't move, and now we're into the footage of me attempting to turn this into a house. So basically, I struggled with the roof for probably an hour or so. This was fun. I can't wait to take a look at what everyone else did. That video will be out sometime this week. I'm not exactly sure when yet, because those always take me a really long time to film, the tour videos, but they're really fun to do. So hopefully in the next, I'm probably going to start on that tonight, but hopefully sometime this week that video will be out. But in the meantime, you get to see my struggle with it because it took forever. But after I spent about an hour on roofing, I was realizing there were a couple parts I didn't know how to roof, and this whole thing looks kind of quirky and kind of strange because of the shape of the house, because of how the roofing turned out. So I went full out with that, and I made the colors kind of fun, and the inside's just kind of outdated, and I had a lot of fun with that, with the floor plan and the decorations. There's green counters in here and a lot of pops of yellow. So yeah, hopefully you guys like how this build turned out. If you do, I will put it up on the gallery. It'll be available if you search my origin ID, which is Gryphi, or the hashtag MsGryphi, and I will put that information in the description down below as well as a direct download link to the gallery website if you prefer to download it that way. But yeah, I definitely think you guys should take a gander through the gallery if you haven't already, to take a look at the shell challenge submissions for this, because I took a sneaky little peek and I'm very excited. Also, a bunch of you guys have tweeted at me and I've seen some very intriguing submissions, so I'm definitely excited to go deep diving into some of the things you guys have built with this shell later on tonight, because you guys are just so creative. I don't know how you guys think of the things you do, because I'm like, okay, this is a weird shape, let's make a weird house, whereas other people are like alien spaceships, and I'm like, okay, I see you. I don't have that imagination, but I definitely respect it, and now I kind of want to build something alien related. I feel like it's been a while since I built on Sixum, so maybe we should try that sometime soon. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know. But we are almost done with the outside here. I have that one piece of roofing off to the side of the front, over on the left side, past the balcony, or not the balcony, past the front porch. I had no idea how to roof that diagonal bit. I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm so stuck, and I just left it for a long time, but it ends up being a flat roof that we put some plants on top of, so this house does have some rooftop greenery, and I think that worked out pretty well, and the color scheme on this is a little bit fun. I love the pops of yellow. I've been kind of obsessed with yellow and orange siding on houses lately, and I don't know why, but this house definitely has some of that on it, as you can see. And I have another house in the works right now as well that has some orange going on, so be on the lookout for that later this week. But anyway, we are working on the landscaping now. I do use this item, which I think is from Get Together. It's a Show Live Edit Objects item, or it might be in Debug. I'm not sure which. You can find it under Debug when you have both unlocked though. And I just kind of made an area where you could go and use the grill and hang out a little bit. I don't fully decorate it till later, and it's nothing too special. I tried to keep the outside of this house fairly simple since it's so bright and colorful, and I just didn't want it to be too over the top, although I love houses like that. One of my favorite builds I've done in the last, I don't even know how many months, because I don't know when I built it, but when I did the pack rat tiny house, or the pack rat one? I think it was like it was the klepto tiny house. They were like a pack rat because they were stealing so much stuff. They had all of these things. They didn't know where to put them, and there was just stuff everywhere. They even had like a garage out back that was just full of stuff, and I loved that. That kind of thing is really fun, and I'd love to do another house that's just so overrun by stuff. So I have too many ideas. That's the problem. I have too many ideas, and then I don't do any of them, and yeah. Anyway, we are figuring out the floor plan now because I put the stairs in a really silly spot before and they fit, but you got up the stairs and you could only be in the cube you landed in. You couldn't go anywhere else. So I had to reconfigure that a little bit, and you can kind of see the floor plan coming together here. It's an interesting one, but I really like how it came out. Oh my goodness. I feel like even though this is a weird shaped house and therefore the floor plan is kind of funky, something about it looks so realistic to me. I don't know what it is, but I was like, this looks like a real house on the inside, whereas some of my houses, I'm like, this looks way too manicured and perfect and whatever. But this one, there's something about the floor plan that I was like, I feel like I'd see pictures of this floor plan in a like listing online when you're looking through houses. I don't know. I think just like the imperfections and kind of working with what you have gives that feeling a little bit. I think it's fun to have these challenges. So I hope if you guys did this, you had fun with it and you weren't too frustrated with how crazy the shape is, because I could understand the frustration. That's exactly why I wanted to do it as well. I thought it'd be interesting to see how I go about it and like see the step by step. But also, knowing that I got to feel the pain as well must be a little bit comforting because it was a very funky shape. But yeah, here is that kitchen I had mentioned that is green. I almost never use these base game cabinets and countertops anymore, but I used to use them all the time. They were one of my favorites for the longest, probably earlier in the game when we didn't have as many packs, but I really like them, and I feel like they work for this house and like certain other ones, but sometimes they don't work so much because they are just so plain, and I mean they have a lot of colors, but they're just so flat. But I really liked the idea of this house is a mixture of kind of old stuff, quirky stuff, partially renovated things. These people probably got some cheap counters, maybe painted them. I really like that idea. So that's kind of what I went with. And I'm not entirely sure who lives here. I was thinking that maybe this like used to be grandma's house and it was like single grandma that like was really out there and had all kinds of stuff, and maybe she's no longer around and one of the kids now living here and just hasn't redecorated. So there is like a spare bedroom upstairs plus like the main bedroom, which totally looks like it could be like grandma or just like a middle-aged woman of some sort. At least that's what I imagined in there. It could be for absolutely anywhere. It's like a sunflower themed room. I really like it. I almost never use the sunflower bed, but it could be for anybody. And then the spare bedroom is just really generic. And then we just have another room downstairs that doesn't have a bed in it. It's like the junk room. There's storage galore in there. So like anyone could live in this house, but I kind of imagine it's just like in a transitional state. What are we going to do with it? I acquired this house. How do I fix it? Do I want to keep it as is? Who lives here? I thought that was kind of an interesting storyline, so that's what we went with. But we're just finishing up some of the decorations here in the kitchen. I wanted to have some clutter, but not too over the top. I wanted to make sure this place didn't feel too, I guess, claustrophobic, because I wanted it to feel kind of airy and happy and just kind of fun. The colors are weird. You're going to see the tile I put in the bathrooms, and yeah. I've never used that tile before, but I did today, and I really like how that came out because it's just so different from anything I do or I've done before that it was just fun to have some fun. It was nice to experiment with different colors and patterns and stuff in this house, and it's kind of thrown together maybe something that's evolved over the years, like I had mentioned with the possible storyline that this house could have. But yeah, I don't know. It was just a fun way to decorate this house. I love really cluttered things. I love things that don't match. I think that's one of my favorite ways to decorate houses. All of my like hoarders' houses, my junkyards, this or like the grungy apartments and stuff I've done. There's something just so satisfying about building things like that. Of course, I really like all of the other things I build as well. I just love building in this game, but there's just something so satisfying about stuff like this. So hopefully you guys like this one because this is like my favorite type of build to do. And I can't believe I got to do like one of my favorite types of builds in my shell challenge because I had literally no idea what it was going to turn into. I was like, should I try to do something modern? What is this house going to look like? Am I not going to be able to salvage it? Is it going to be a disaster? Like, what are we going to do? But I was really happy that it did come out in a way that I was happy with. I was having a lot of fun with it, and I posted about it a little bit on my Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, I have a link down below to that. I'm pretty active on there. Lately, I've been kind of spamming with some Animal Crossing stuff because I'm kind of obsessed. It's taking over my life. I'm not complaining, but it's taking over my life. So be warned if you're following me on Twitter. Today has been all about turnips. Anyway, we are finishing up, fixing up the floor plan down here and working on the living room. It has a green couch and bright yellow chairs. I love this. I was going a little bit overboard with the green inside, and I was like, I want to bring in some yellow because the outside of the house is yellow and brown. And so we started bringing in some yellow down here, and we brought a little bit more in throughout. It's just kind of colorful and strange looking in this house. But I think that's part of the charm of this home is stuff matches, some stuff doesn't match. And the colors are like the color choice, the palette in this house is just a little bit off. Like, why did you pick those colors together? I don't know. Maybe it was on sale. Maybe it's a hand-me-down. So many different options. And then other areas just look really put together and nice. But I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. It's late on Sunday. I haven't done a voiceover in quite a few days, and I'm just really excited to talk to you guys. So sorry if this voiceover is like super rambly, talking in circles, all that kind of stuff. I feel really out of practice lately. Real life's just been kind of hectic and crazy, I think, for everybody right now. And so I've been having trouble finding time to sit down and do voiceovers. I have a couple of builds in the works, but like finishing things has been a real issue lately. So yeah, I might sound a little out of practice, so apologies for that. But this is the downstairs bathroom. That tile, so good, so good. So I used the blue countertops in here and just some more colors throughout. I used the shower from University Life. I don't think I've ever used that shower, so that was kind of fun. I picked it because it was orange, obviously. And yeah, the bathroom's pretty simple. There's one upstairs as well, but I didn't record that because it was so similar, so you're not going to see that. But this is the downstairs storage room. It's got Christmas decorations. You got your Halloween decorations. We just have like some clothes in here that I grabbed this rack from Get Famous and just some other storagey items. I thought that was not a good use of space, but it is a use of space. So if you want to convert that into another bedroom or a full-on office space or like an artist studio or whatever you'd like, that is an extra room in the house. But I thought I needed to put something there, and I didn't really want another bedroom downstairs, especially with what I was thinking this house was, and it's like weird transitional state. That's just where all the stuff goes. There's no basement in this house. We just have the storage room. That's definitely not supposed to be a storage room, but that's what we're using it as. So that's kind of what I went with. But here is that master bedroom I had mentioned that has the sunflowers. That could be for anybody, but I did kind of imagine it was like maybe grandma's or like grandma's daughter, like, you know, somebody's room. It's really bright and cheerful. And they have their own private balcony out here. I imagine everyone comes out here anyway, even though you have to walk through the master bedroom. It is an old, weird, quirky house, so I thought it was fine to have the entrance to that balcony going through a bedroom. And then this is the spare bedroom. It's pretty simple in here. We have some blue walls. This bedspread has some blue in it. Have just like your necessities, your dresser, your bedside table, and a couple of decorations. I didn't want it to be too over the top because I didn't imagine this room really belonged to anybody. It's just the spare room they have that looks nice in case somebody comes by. So that was the thought process on that. So we just have like a typewriter, a little mirror, and a plant in there. And I think that's it. But we do switch some stuff up in here momentarily to add a kitty litter box and a cat tree upstairs because I realized that I had added a cat tree downstairs, but there was no litter box, and I still somehow forgot the pet bowl. So there isn't one in this house. Maybe I'll add it before this is on the gallery. I'm not sure. If not, you might have to add it. But yeah, we're coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications to be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.